welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements, where you're likely to find a message in there. Now, this reading is going to be about work, love, what obstacles are coming up, and what strengths you've got to get over those obstacles, and also what lesson it is that you'll be learning going through this particular phase of life. So let's get some cards for you. Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Aries? Okay. So, in love, then, we have a Knight of Swords. So, it is suggesting to me that you may be chasing after someone. You could be trying to talk to them, give an apology. It could be that you're expecting an apology off someone. There's a lot of communication and it's fast communication going on. So, it could just be that you're currently talking to somebody and you're being very truthful about this. It doesn't feel to me like you're showing emotions just yet. So you could just be feeling around, testing the waters out, seeing how you get on. Let's get some clarity for that Knight of Swords. So we have a death card here. So there's definitely something that's coming to an end, and you're going to be starting in a new phase very soon. Very much a transition going on. Now we do have a Five of Pentacles in the reverse, so you could have felt like you've been abandoned previously, and you're starting to come out of that. I think you might be talking to somebody new, and you're starting to see that there are either other fish in the sea, or you're not there on your own. You're very much realizing that there are other people around, and that you have got people to support you, people to love you, and that you don't feel as much on your own as you did before. You may have felt like you didn't have the stability behind you to go towards love, but it does look as though things are changing and coming on the up for you. We do have a Two of Wands here, so you are looking at something you don't. Yeah, it's like you're not particularly very patient with it either at the moment. So you are looking at something, you've got passion towards something, but you don't really want it to, how do I put it? You don't want to wait for it to come to you. You're very much going towards it. So you're charging towards it. So it could just be that you're looking at something as, how do I put it? You might not be looking for something serious. You might just be looking for something that is just a bit of passion. Um, it doesn't feel like you've got any emotions in this. There's a lot of attraction, some chemistry, um, but yeah, there's not really emotions involved in it. But everybody goes for what they want. Now, in your work position, we have a magician in the reverse. Now, this magician in the reverse is telling me that you are either feeling a little bit unskilled at work, maybe you've just started a new job, maybe there's something coming in and you're lacking a few skills. It could just be that you're feeling a little bit unconfident as well at work. You might be training, but it's not suggesting that you feel confident in your job at the moment. We have a Three of Swords here in the reverse. So, I mean, it does suggest that you may not like your job either. You might have had a big falling out with regards to it. We do have a Four of Swords, so it could even be that you might not actually be working at the moment. You could have lost a particular job and you've lost your confidence to go with it. It possibly you don't know whether or not you're skilled enough to get another job. It might be that you're looking to try and get a job and you've been unsuccessful. So you're currently trying to do a bit of healing here, trying to move forward with getting a new job. There's definitely been some sort of upset with regards to work, and you're definitely trying to move forward to something that's going to be a lot calmer. You are trying to keep your emotions out of it. We've got a Knight of Cups here in the reverse. So it does suggest that you are wanting to move forward, but you don't know what kind of job it is that you actually would enjoy. Um, you're trying to keep your emotions out of it. Maybe you're just looking for something that's going to pay the bills for the meantime, not something that's necessarily going to be something that you enjoy. Um, it does suggest to me that you've not really put your heart and soul into this move forward as well. So maybe your last job that you had was the job that you really, really wanted, and things have just happened and it's caused you some great upset, and you don't really want another job. You don't want to move into anything else. You had the job of your dreams potentially, and now you're very much just trying to move forward, but you don't think you'll ever get what you want again. Now, in your challenge position, we do have a Two of Cups in the reverse. So, in your obstacles, challenges. So, some sort of falling out, unhappy partnership is a big challenge for you. Now, as daft as it sounds, if you could have been, how to put it, you might have worked with somebody that you've fallen out with, and that could be why you've then had this upheaval within a job, because it's not no longer your passion. Maybe you thought that you were going to be doing a good partnership with someone. You may have been working together, but now you've kind of had to not necessarily stop working with them, but it's not quite as nice for you as it would have been previously. And that could explain why the passion's gone from it. You don't feel the passion for the job anymore. But yeah, so the Two of Cups then is your obstacle, your blockage, very much a falling out, not being in line with yourself as well, not finding something that you enjoy, and yeah, being in disharmony here. Um, Definitely looks as though it's a falling out with someone, possibly because of a third party. So whatever's happened, we've got a Justice in the reverse. So you feel like something's happened and it wasn't fair. So potentially some decisions been made and it wasn't fair to you. You may feel like it's not fair. We've got a Three of Cups here, so there could have very well been a third party influence in this, whether that is to do with work, whether it's another person, friend, family member, whatever it is. Some sort of decision was made that's caused a big upset, possibly a separation, falling out. Very much two people here not on good terms. Now, it could even be that you've fallen out with your workplace, and it could be, you know, somebody else got involved. Maybe there was a dispute with someone, and a decision's been made on in their favor and not yours, and you feel like it's unfair here. But whatever it is definitely some sort of falling out because of a third party, and you feel like you've, yeah, not been treated fairly. You feel like it's very unjust of what's happened. We do have a Six of Cups in the reverse, so it's definitely something that's already happened to you. It's something that's happened in the past, and it's still lingering on. So, very much suggesting that it's either here with love, and that's why you're keeping emotions out of it, here with work. It could be either. Like I say, if you were involved with someone you worked with, that could very much be what this big obstacle is. And the problem is that with this Six of Cups in the reverse, you can be stuck in this kind of nostalgic behavior as well. And feeling stuck, feeling like it's unjust and it's not fair. And it does look as though to you, it's a big obstacle. Now, what strength you've got to move forward, what strengths you've got to help you through this, we have a Seven of Swords. So planning your way forward, potentially keeping it a secret as well, so not letting other people know what you're doing. But there's definitely some sort of planning here going on. Let's get some clarity. So planning to cut your losses. So whatever you've been waiting to come to, that's too many cards, Spirit. Whatever you've been waiting for to develop, whatever you've started and you've put in a lot of time and effort into it, walking away from it. It is very much time to cut your losses here and move on, move somewhere else. So you've you've got that strength here. It does suggest that you are aware of that and it is something that you are able to do. This Two of Cups is a strength. So this falling out is something that you are able to move and walk away from. It is very much here in your strength. So even though it is an obstacle, it is your strength as well. So it is going to work out in your favor. We do have an Ace of Cups in the reverse too. So it is suggesting that you might look at this as being a missed opportunity. However, it is something where it is going to be, it's a learning experience. You may feel like it's a missed opportunity now, but that's usually because the universe has got something better in store for you. And if you're tied up in something and that better thing comes along, you might completely ignore it, you know? So it's happening for a reason. And it is very much suggesting to me that it is time for you to move forward, potentially in secrecy, not letting this person, whoever this Two of Cups represents, know, because at the end of the day, you're already falling out with them. You know, it is time to cut your losses where this is concerned. Um, it's not necessarily going to develop how you'd like it to. It could potentially not develop at all, and it does look to me as though it's already kind of the opportunity for it to be what it was going to be has already passed. So it does look as though, yeah, cutting your losses, moving forward from it. And like I say, planning as well, planning what your next steps are. How are you going to get around the next few things? You know, how is it that you're going to move forward? What is it you're going to do next? Where do you want to be in 5 years? You know, and making those plans and starting to go along with them. But it's very much suggesting that you don't let other people know what your intentions are. Keep it secret. The fact that you're going to be moving away from this, whoever this Two of Cups that's unjust, you know, that they've treated you unfairly. You know, at the end of the day, if they've treated you unfairly, moving away from them is going to teach them a lesson too, you know? Now, what you are going to be learning from this, we have that Seven of Pentacles again in the reverse. So very much when it is time to cut your losses and move forward, that is what you're learning. When it's time to go, it's time to go. No waiting around, no giving people benefits of the doubt. Don't wait too long. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Um, that's very much what you are learning from this. Now, one thing I will say is you do have a good few recurring numbers that are out. We've got quite a lot of twos, we've got quite a lot of sevens. So if you do, and you've got a good few sixes as well, actually. If you do see recurring numbers or signs and synchronicities out there, it's usually some sort of message from your spirit guides and your angels telling you that you're on the right track, and there might just be a little message for them to give you to keep you on the right track. So do check them out. They're easy enough to find online. Right, let's get you some clarity of what the Seven of Pentacles is. I mean, to me, it looks pretty clear, but we'll get you some confirmation too. That's a lot of cards, Spirit. Shockingly, the Seven of Swords was one there. So we've got an Eight of Wands, in the reverse, a King of Cups in the reverse, and a Queen of Swords in the reverse. Now, this is telling me very much that when things get stagnant, when there's a lot of miscommunication, when things are not going right, if people are lying to you, if there's no emotions in there, if people are trying to manipulate your emotions, then it is time to cut your losses. You don't need to be around that type of people. And this is very much lessons that it looks like you're going to be learning here. You're going to be learning very much about people that keep the feelings to themselves, possibly do some emotional manipulation. The Queen of Swords is somebody that gets manipulated, gets lied to when she's in the reverse, and can't really tell the truth. Not that she can't tell the truth, she can't tell when people are telling her the truth or not in the reverse. She gets easily confused. And here with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, it's very much people that could be lying, miscommunicating things on purpose, potentially no communication at all. So it's very much suggesting to me that if you're in a situation where you're waiting on someone, so over here, for instance, if you're waiting for someone, you know, if there's no communication, this is telling you stop waiting. You know, it's time to move forward. You don't need it. You've got a falling out going on. You don't need to sit and wait. You need to move forward. You need to make plans and you need to deal with things for yourself, because at the end of the day, you could even be lying to yourself. You could very much be keeping your emotions to yourself. You could be lying to yourself. You might have even been emotionally manipulated. You could have been lied to previously. Um, this is very much suggesting that, if you feel like any of that's going on for you, then leave it behind. You can cut it out. You don't need it. There's definitely something here where somebody has, it feels like they've ghosted and you're waiting around. Now, that could be from a job as well. Maybe you're waiting on an employer to get back to you about something, but it's very much a lesson of stop waiting. Stop waiting for people to come towards you. Stop waiting for people to give you apologies, to tell you emotional offerings. Stop waiting for them and move forward. Do what you need to, you know, cut your losses, move forward, and build your abundance somewhere else. And sometimes that's a lot harder said than done. No, well, I say it's a lot easier said than done. It's a lot harder to do it in reality than it is to say it. So, oracle cards, then we've got clear limiting beliefs. So, if you feel like you can't do something, this is telling you that you can. So, get rid of that feeling. That could very much be where this planning is coming in. You have the ability to plan it through. You can do what you need to. You just need to plan your steps forward. Can we get another one, please, Spirit? And you are brilliant. That seems to have come out for a lot of people recently. So know that you are brilliant. Let's get you Angel of Abundance. Well, you got three. So you got Quiet Retreat, Gratitude List, and Take a Divinely Guided Chance. So, Quiet Retreat, then, it is time to disconnect from the outer world so you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you will have more clarity about what to do next. Your gratitude list, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you have already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who you are grateful for right now, keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. And then take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. And that is very much what it's telling you to do here and what you're going to be learning. Getting out of your comfort zone, moving forward into something that's going to be more meaningful. Well, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Aries. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you do want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Good luck, and thank you very much.